welcome to announcements for the month of August. Dan, we always start off with a moment of gratitude in these announcements. We have a lot to be thankful for.
Sometimes we think about the summer as being a slow time of the year, and August is going to be a little slow, but we have had a very full July of mission. We did that cleanup in the Conestoga River. We had a group that went down to a brand new pantry that is associated with Crispus Attucks and CAP. We had another group do a meal for First Reformed. We collected a whole bunch of supplies for some students in the coming school year, and other things that have just been wonderful for mission. So thank you for all of you who've participated. This is a great church to be involved in local mission, and I'm so grateful for the energy that you all been given to that. Thank you.
Yeah. And make sure you're following our socials. We often put up pictures of those events after they've happened. It's a great way throughout the month to stay connected and see the life of this church extending beyond our walls.
Oh yes, that's what I love about the congregation. They're not just thinking about taking care of their own needs. They know we live in a city that we love and we want to take care of.
Yeah, and speaking of these walls in this building, just a reminder about our Make a Joyful Noise landmark campaign. If you haven't heard about it already, make sure you're checking it out. We have a video that shows that a little bit about what's going on, what's going to happen. And if you've heard about it already and you want either a packet or if you want to know how to give to that, reach out to Cheryl. She's going to connect you with the things you need. Or on a Sunday morning, come and find someone. Find one of the members of the campaign committee. Talk to them. They would love to talk to you about it.
They would. It's some exciting things that are happening in the campaign. We've already exceeded 1.2 million on our way to 1.3. And the renovations and projects that are going on related to this are exciting for this season that we're in. Great opportunity to give.
Yeah. Dan, we also have the other sign we have with us is First Followers. Can you explain a little bit about that?
First Followers is a one-year spiritual formation program for adults in the church. It introduces you to all the things that you need to be a lifelong follower of Jesus Christ. We've had many people in the church go through this program up until COVID. And then at COVID, we had to shut it down. We're relaunching it again. We've already got several people interested. This particular season will begin at the very end of August. We'll have our first gathering in September. The group meets once a month. They have dinner together. They talk about things they're studying together, do a lot of sharing together. There are 2 retreats in the program. And there's a cost to it that covers the cost of the meals and the retreats and the books. And we also bring some speakers in as resource people. But a fabulous program to get to know people in the church and to really strengthen your walk with Christ. And so we're grateful for it and hope that you'll try it out.
Yeah. And speaking of another way to get together for meals and find a group of fellowship, we have a new program starting up. It is called the FPC Supper Club. All right, and there's information coming up on the screen right now. And this is, there's a commitment to it of three times. It's once a month for 3 months consecutively. And I love this. The only agenda is friendship. And that's beautiful. It's a wonderful way to engage and get to know the people that are here in the church. I talked to Pastor Claire because she's kind of heading this up. She said, please sign up. Registration is open through August 25th, and that's kind of like a hard deadline on that because they got to do some arranging of the number of people and all of that stuff. So make sure if you are interested in the FPC Supper Clubs, you're signing up before August 25th. So if you have any questions about that, you can reach out. There's some information on the screen about how to do that.
Both of these are a result. We've been listening closely to the congregation. They really want to get to know each other. And so this is your opportunity. If you've been saying, I want to get to know people in the church, want to get serious about my life with Christ and with other people, these are wonderful ways to do that.
Yeah. Now we do have speaking of meals, another meal that we have, we support is the First Reformed meal. That is once a month. In August, it is Tuesday, August 13th. And that is servers from 4:30 to 6:30. If you're interested in that, reach out to Patty. They're always looking for new people. We often have enough volunteers, but especially on these months where people are on vacations or so on and so forth, make sure you're reaching out. New chance to do something and give back to the community.
Yeah, and the more you reach out, the more we know how much we'd like to multiply this and have some other times, places in the city where we help serve meals.
Yeah.
So let us know of your interest, and if we can't get you in this time, we'll create a way for you to be involved in this great way to take care of people in our city who are experiencing hunger, food insecurity.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, we've also, this is the quarter of the year where we focus on the partners that we work with who are helping people experiencing homelessness. And as you know, nationally and also right here in Lancaster, there is a big housing crisis, which has increased the number of homeless people in our city.
Yeah.
And so there are several organizations that we're working with. One that we're very excited about, the Chestnut Housing, and we're going to hear more from them in October. So we won't tell you much about them now, but coming in October is a special time. We're going to hear and think together about our role as a church in supporting these ministries that are dealing with homelessness. But this is the quarter that you can give to help us help the partners in the city that are working to alleviate this problem, and locally and of course nationally, because 10% will go to the PCUSA as we help to support this issue nationally as well.
Yeah. So Dan mentioned the Chestnut Housing. The other two organizations this quarter are Clare House and Tenfold. Right. So two more great mission partners that we have in our city. So if you have the means and can give to that mission partner offering, as always, you can do it through Realm, drop it off in person, or you can mail that in. Yeah. So yeah, Dan, I want to say this. I think that's it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we do have to mention. You're going to see a little less of Dan in August if you're coming in person. And Dan, how do people reach out if they have pastoral needs during this time?
Pastor Claire is a wonderful pastor in our church, and will always be here to be able to, whether I'm here or not, we'll be here to somebody to be a pastoral partner here. There is a week that our vacation times overlap a little bit, and so what we're saying is just reach out to Patty, and Patty will get you in touch with the pastors who are part of this congregation, retired pastors who are on call during those times. But that's how you can you can get your pastoral needs met. Yeah, I'm excited about leaving. As we're filming this, it's not quite. I'll be leaving this Saturday for a bike ride, a 9-day bike ride from here to Portland, Maine, and vacationing for a while, and then attempting Mount Washington again on my bicycle. And I keep saying, boy, if the weather doesn't cooperate on Mount Washington this year, I am not trying again. There's so much work to get ready for that ride. But cycling's something I enjoy right now. I want to get all I can from it. Chris and I will be in Nova Scotia and Maine during our places we've never been before that we're looking forward to in vacation. A lot of you told us about times you spent there, so we got a long list of places that are recommended that we're going to see, and hope we get to tell you about that when we're back.
Yeah. So be praying for his bike rides, be praying for good weather in Mount Washington, and just as always, thank you for worshiping and serving with us here at FPC.